Hello, my name is Charlie, and I am about to start testosterone. I thought that I'd just come and share a little bit of like the actual process, because I feel like when I was am I taking my glasses off? That's an option. When I was actually starting the medical journey, I there was like no contact. I didn't know what was going on, so I thought I'd make this so at least the trans males. I have no clue about the trans females. I'm not a trans female. um, how the process goes. Um, so I spoke to my GP in when I was like 16. I had an emergency appointment because it was my dysphoria was so bad, and like my mental health was bad because of that, but also I just genuinely have depression. Like I'm on medication, and it is important to remember things in the end will get better. I've been on this journey, like I said, I started medically the process since I was 16. I've done before that. I'm 20 now, so that's 4 years medically journey. It's been draining, but is definitely worth it. It's so worth it. So when I went to the GP, they told me to self-refer to Sandyford, which is this is also just the NHS. If you're not NHS, you're like American, I can't help you. I'm not American. Um, I'm assuming this will be kind of the same with the England, Wales, and Ireland, Scottish. I can only speak about my transition and everything that I've gone through. So I don't know how universal it is, but this is what I've done. So I was told to make a surf referral to Sandyford, which I did. I did it with the school because I really didn't know what I was doing. And I also, a year or two after, I got put onto the NHS's gender identity clinic, like waiting list. So the process, I didn't go forward with Sandyford. I'm assuming that they're linked. That Sandyford is like NHS bordered, but I think it's just like a private company. I really don't know. I haven't done that much research. I just thought they can help me. I'll do that. So far I got a letter in the post. That's it. Also, I recently moved. I promised that I have more like white walls, but I'm not actually allowed to paint them. But if I could, it would be so much more exciting. That's gonna happen frequently. I've not good attention span. Anyway, so I got a letter in the post from the NHS, the Gender Identity Clinic, saying it will take up to 36 months to be seen to. Now that is 2 years and a bit. And I know that that's like really, like at the time I was so pissed, but of course like there's so many people who are struggling, and I'm not saying that like you're not struggling, but there's the waiting list. It's a waiting list. You can't really do much to bypass that. I think I really don't know if there is any process to speed it up, but after the 36 months, it was actually 38 months for me, which is fine. I was a little bit salty because I just needed something to hang on to and make myself feel better and like my life was worth living, and I have that now. I haven't started yet. It's literally in my bag, and I'm so excited to just like I know that I shouldn't, but I really want acne. Anyway, I got a letter saying to Junacall, because I lived in Elgin, which is kind of halfway between Inverness and Aberdeen, and the gender identity clinic for me closest is Aberdeen, and so they were like, hey, it's a bit of a trek, we're just going to do an online interview, and I'm like, that's fine. So I went to my interview. They asked like, when did you realize you were trans? Do you like actively present as the chosen gender? And I'm like, yep, my ID, like everything is Charlie, which is my chosen name. It's my name. Everyone refers to me as he, him, all of that. And they were like, okay. And they asked a few more questions, and I like kind of tricked, like she was speaking and asking me the questions, and I was kind of thinking, well, what if I'm giving like regular answers? What if she thinks I'm making this up? And she didn't. Because a few days later, I got another letter telling me to go and get my bloods taken. And then I did that. I had a lovely doctor. Honestly, she was so nice. She loved me. I say that, but she just genuinely, she was so nice. So then I got my bloods taken, and then a month and 2 weeks after that, I had an appointment also online with the endocrinologist. Now, I didn't know what that meant, and I still kind of don't, but it's just someone who checks your bloods and sees your levels, I guess. When we were on the call, they said, there's only 3 of us in the gender identity clinic. So that's kind of like why, I guess, it takes so long. There's 3 people with so many people struggling, and like, bless their hearts. Like, I'm just glad that I could, like, I'm lucky enough to get this. I know in other countries it's not as easy. And so, yeah, she was like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write this up. Would you like a gel or a shot? I said I'd like a gel. I'm not really a fan of needles. So the gel, you take it every day. You rub it on your area, not your downstairs. I'm going to use my arm. And you have to get blood tests after 4 months. So you take 1 pump for 2 months, and then after 2 months you can upgrade to 2 pumps, and then after 4 months in total you have to go and get your bloods taken. So if you're doing it on your arm, don't do it there for the day of your bloods, because then they'll test it and they can see that it's like a really high testosterone level, and they'll get worried apparently, and all of that. With the shot, it's once every 3 months. I'm assuming it's just in your thigh or your fattier areas, if you know what I mean. And yes, I can't speak on the shot injection because that's not what I'm doing. But they both have the same effect. I think one's just not as frequent. And then after a year on testosterone, you go and get another blood test, and it's just a review to make sure that everything's going okay, that you're happy with the way everything is. I think you can also go up to 3 pumps. I don't quite remember when that is. But I know that is, if that's something that you want to do, that is something that you can do. They wouldn't recommend anything. Oh, where's my pen? They wouldn't recommend over 3 pumps. I didn't ask why. So another thing which I haven't asked about, but it is on my list, is top surgery. I know you have to wait at least a year after you started testosterone to get, I don't know if it's on the waiting list or to get top surgery, but yeah, you have to be on a year, because obviously the testosterone is going to do things to your body. It's like going to change like your muscle and your fat, so they've got to figure out, because it is going to change your top. I've heard people say that your chest dysphoria can get worse, which isn't really cool, but it's, you know, part of the process. There's like things to do, like I'm wearing a binder, I've got trans tape. Please, if you do bind, remember to bind safely. It is not something that I do usually, and I am a hypocrite, but your health and safety matters, and you should remember that. Anyway, yes, whenever I get a call or I set up an appointment for top surgery, I will do another video on that, because that seems important to know. That, once again, I'm not sure. I think people are just like, hey, I have my top surgery today. They go for the top surgery and they do like, this is me going for my top surgery and this is me after. they don't really do like the lead up, like the long waiting process. Something that really scared me was that there was no communication. It was just, hey, you're gonna be on this list. It can take up to 36 months, and then there's nothing else. Like there's no like telling of like if you're like the high or medium or low. And then I think it was on when I was 17, and I didn't know if when I turned 18 I moved to an adults list and then it reset the 36 months. I don't know what was going on. So that was also something that worried me. I'm gonna go get my testosterone and I will put it on. So what I'm on is Testovan. This is genuinely my first. I've just opened it out of the package, so I really don't know what to do. Apparently, you can. There's it gives you a thing. Yeah. So here's what you apply it with. I'm guessing this is the gel. This is the cap. I'm guessing, push that, it comes out here, and you just rub it on the area that you are wishing. Let's see how long this is. Yeah, when the person that did my like endocrinology appointment, they said, I'm gonna show you what it looks like, because if someone just came in and saw this, they wouldn't think that it's like a good thing. It does look like this. So like I understand where they're coming from. And this is the thing. I will read this. Just not right now. And I'll figure out how this works and I'll come back. I've just taken it out, just like pulled it out, and it actually smells like my inhaler. I don't know if anyone else uses inhalers, but when I was younger, I had a blue inhaler and a brown inhaler, and it smells just like that. So I'm gonna squirt. There you go. 1 squirt of testosterone. And I'm just gonna rub it on my arm. Oh, it's cold. So my family are really confused on how the gel works. It's an alcohol-based gel, so it's like your hand sanitizer. You just rub it in and then let it dry, I guess, and it'll do its thing that it needs to do. I'm just gonna wipe that off there. Something else she told me is it's I guess better to do it in the morning, because it takes like an hour, not to like dry, but she told me about people who do it at nighttime and they go to sleep with their partner and they're like cuddling, and then their partner gets affected by like knock-ons because they've had this near them, and so they're getting like a bit of a dosage from the gel. So I've already told my partner, hey, I love you, but when I put on this gel, you're not allowed to touch me for like an hour. You're allowed to touch me, just not get like hugs and stuff. And I was like, I guess that's fine, because he's my partner and he loves me. He is very excited for me to start testosterone. One of the bad things, it's not bad, it just makes me giggle. He said that he's so happy that I'm getting testosterone, but because he's with me so often, he's not going to see the changes. And I thought that was really cute, because like I'm going back like every weekend right now to work shifts, and so everyone at work every week is going to see like a different process, or like a different like version, not really version, but how it's affected me. And he sees me every day. He's not going to notice whether like my friend Emerson, I moved here yesterday. I moved here yesterday. And I hadn't seen Emerson in like a month or two, and I came in, I saw Emerson, and their voice dropped, and was like, dude, that's fucking crazy. So that is something. Yeah, so getting to see someone, and obviously I'll maybe do more like a gradual like process, because I think it's just gonna be easier doing this than just like trying to do a TikTok like, hi, my name is Charlie, this is me 1 minute on testosterone, and then, hi, my name is Charlie, this is me 1 month on testosterone, and I'm like, hi, this is me, Charlie, 6 months on testosterone, because I'm not gonna remember to do that. I am a silly guy. I cannot remember to do that. So anyway, I think that's pretty much dried in. So yeah, it's one pump every morning. They give me a prescription, a repeat prescription. I don't know, one to refill it. But I'm sure when I'll figure it out. But if you stayed this far, well done. I don't know if I'm gonna do more of this or just never again touch this. I don't know how this looks. I'm recording this on my MacBook. I didn't even know that it could do videos. So I really don't know how this is gonna look. But I hope this has given a little bit of insight into the process of transitioning, and then if you are like a younger trans person, you realize it does take a long time, but it is worth it. There's been times that I've been like very close to not being here, and then my boyfriend's like, but you'll die without it, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't care. And of course, like, I'm on medication for my depression, so it was already bad. This doesn't help, which is also another thing that you might encounter with the doctors, with your mental health. When I had my emergency appointment, I'm never gonna stop talking about this. The guy said, now, do you think you're depressed because you're trans, or do you think that you're trans because of your depression? I almost walked out of that appointment because it's so insane that they just can't have both. Like, I am depressed and I am trans. It's not because one of the other. Like, it just happened to be. Like, so beware of that. There's gonna be possibly some really insensitive comments about your mental health. And then also there's this little script that the endocrinologist is to tell you. And they said the side effects can be like a happier mood. Obviously, that is not caused by the testosterone. That's caused by you transitioning and finally being happy and a bit comfortable in your body. So I think I'll shut up now and I'll go celebrate, I guess. Have a very nice day, and thank you for watching if you did.